What's poppin', y'all? It's your girl Evie Sayo, and I'm back at it again with the back at it again with the recap. y'all, y'all. First of all, Happy New Year. I hope your 2018 is beautiful. Um, I had an interesting start to my new year. Y'all know that I promised that I would do these Bachelor recaps for you. Let me start off by saying, first and foremost, these recaps are for you. Me taking the time to watch this episode was it was a drag. It was a reach. It was a stretch. It was every single thing that a reach and a stretch could be. And I really had to keep telling myself, I'm doing this for a reason. I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this for a reason. So, y'all know I'm the black girl who watches The Bachelor / Bachelorette. And I'm doing this for y'all, and I'm gonna keep going. So usually I don't have notes about what happened, but I had to take notes because there was too many women, too much going on. First of all, I never did a video on what I think of Arie. Let me just start by saying I don't know who he is. I did not watch Emily's season. I was not a viewer, back in those days. But from what I can get from the first episode, he needs some work. He seems very awkward, he doesn't know what to do with himself. He seems like he allows the women, not saying that he can't allow the woman to lead, but he seems like every conversation I was hearing, it was just like, oh my God, you're so pretty. Blank, blank, like, oh my God, your dress is nice. Can you think of anything else? Like anything? And then the women seem like they would take charge. Maybe he just likes to be wooed. Maybe he wants to be courted, He's like, y'all done passed me up on being a bachelor so many times that I'm sick of courting y'all. The women should court me. I think he's tired. I don't know. He does not seem like he's leading the show for me thus far. And that's a huge requirement. It's something I like a lot. And I need to see more of that in the coming weeks. I need him to take charge. I need him to show a little bit more aggression, something. Don't be so plain Jane and so go with the flow. I don't know. It's not doing it for me. Let's just say that. And can we talk about the hair? What is going on, Mr.? His head is built like I don't know what you call that, but he has like two swoops and a flip. Like, we need to retract, shave, do something with that hair. It's not working. The salt and pepper is a good look, but I noticed, like, he has a bigger forehead, and I see he's trying to hide it, but like do a little bit more. The hair is not doing it for me. So I think they just need to up his swag or something, maybe put him through like a swag class, something. I'm hoping that some of these more flavorful women will get him together in the coming weeks, but so far he's just not doing it for me personally. So as far as Arie goes, those are my thoughts. Yeah. Let me think of something nice I can say about it. I heard he could kiss. I heard he's a nice guy, which, y'all, I'm not gonna shit on him completely. He seems like, I just said that he's not taking lead. Maybe that has to do with him really just trying to be a nice guy, really trying to give everyone a shot. And I guess I'll have to respect him for that. But besides that, he's giving me boring. Yeah, very much boring blend-in type of guy. So I'm going to need you to come out, Arie. But you seem nice, so that's the point you're gonna get from me. That's it. So the show starts. Obviously this is the first episode, so y'all know that it's just going to be about trying to remember as many names as possible, trying to, kind of pick out your immediate fan favorite or your immediate, person you're going to be shipping for the season. I usually have that moment where I feel like, oh my God, that's the winner. Like, that's her. Just based on, y'all know how they do. It's either the first out of the limo, the music changes, the dress, the first look, whatever it is, the first impression, which we'll get to. Usually you can kind of figure out who they're feeling, who they're into. I wasn't able to really pick the winner, I would say. Usually I'm better than this, but I think I have some, some top contenders, some top girls that I think are going to make it far, and I'll explain why. If I explain a girl and I don't give a lot of you know, information is because they didn't show a lot of them, or they weren't that memorable or cute look. I don't know what it is. I'm trying here, so bear with me. All right, so first out of the limo was Caroline. She was wearing this like gold, white, like um I wouldn't say asymmetrical. It had a little bit of a dip in the waist, and then it flared a little at the bottom. I think she's brunette, like she had a middle part. She was looking really cute, and they kind of locked eyes, and I was like, okay, this might be like one of our top two, top three. So I think for right now, Caroline is making it in the top, I'm gonna guess, just based on her entrance. So she comes in looking confident, her hair looked great, and you know, she introduced herself. I don't really remember if they had any quirky conversation or anything, but I remember thinking she's gonna be a top contender. So she gets an A+ for me for her dress and her hair. She actually came like she was coming on TV, so thank God for that. Then we had then we had Chelsea come out. I'm sure at this point, if you're watching this recap, you know exactly who Chelsea is. As far as my first impressions of her, I had really good first impressions of her. I thought, oh my God, this girl is a boss bitch. She came out, first of all, she had a backless dress. It's like a cutout dress that started to get tight around her bust area, cinched by her waist, and then it, you know, was completely bodycon for the rest of the way, and her back was out. And I was like, oh my God, she's super confident. I thought her hair was okay, but it fit her face shape. You know, she definitely, you know, good hair for her face shape. And what really drew me in about her was how mysterious she was. And I think, you know, Arie mentions it later in the episode that he noticed that too. She comes out and she just says like, she's just looking at him like this as she walks. She's just like, then she says, hi, I'm Chelsea. And you could tell he's just like, okay, hello, I'm Arie. He didn't know what else to say. He's looking at her like, okay, you gonna leave? Y'all see, you gonna lead this, or should I try to figure out what the hell you're talking about? And she was just like, look, she just kept gazing at him. Like, she didn't give too much. She didn't talk too much, just said her name and was just giving him this look like, and he was just like, okay. And I was like, I like that about her, because you know, that could have gone one or two ways. That it could have been creepy, or it could have been like, okay, I need to find out more about her. And she definitely got the, you know, the, oh, I need to come back and talk to you, because what was that about? What are you hiding? What secret have you got up under your sleeve, girl? So yeah, I just said that she really came off very, you know, intriguing, mysterious, and she also really talked really slow, which had a lot to do with her coming off mysterious. She just was making sure you linger with every word. You're like focusing, like what is she saying? What is she gonna say next? Like, she definitely, she came in with a plan, Stan, and she stuck to it. So for that first impression wise, I'll give her that. Then we had Kendall. You know, I said, I remember this girl. I think she's blonde. She came out with like an 80s prom dress, and I was just like, what are you doing? Like, who be styling y'all? I know you spent a lot of money to come on this show, but that was the first person who came out with a dress that I was like, Jesus have mercy, Lord. Fix it, Jesus. Fix it, Lord. Like, who the fuck be styling these girls? Oh, Kendall. Girl, I literally don't have anything else. Oh, and she was shaking. She was the girl that came up to him. It's like, hi, I'm Kendall. Hi, how are you, Arie? And he was just like, okay. And you know, he don't even got no to him. So he's looking to her like, come on, bring something. And she's just like, hi, I'm Kendall. Okay, bye. And he literally quoted, he said, oh wow, she was nervous. Sis, we need to do better in week 2, sis. Kendall, we need to do better. Stop it. Okay, then we have CN. Now, first of all, y'all, this girl will be the reason I continue to watch this show. First of all, I'm a Black viewer. Y'all know we have made some progress, but I always in the back of my mind, I'm thinking they're going to play us. They up to something. They're not going to represent for us. They're not going to, you know, it's one season and then it's out. No. CN is a person who is giving me hope that, you know, there's a Black woman who's going to make it far, who's going to make an impression. First of all, the girl came out slaying. She had on a royal blue dress. It was Poppington. She had a little side part. Her hair was laid and slayed. Her makeup was very natural looking. She just looked super pretty, and I was like, oh my God, who is this girl? I was like, oh yes, thank you, Jesus. Like, you giving me a reason. You give me a reason. This is what I'm talking about. Come out with some oomph. Come out with some style, some sexiness, with some subtlety. She gave me all of that and more, okay? She just came out. She said, hi, my name is Cian. She initially went straight in for the hug. And after doing a little bit of research on her, I found out that she went to Yale. She has a background in dancing. She's a real estate agent. I'm just like, sis, you the only one giving us up at this point, because yeah, it wasn't looking too good before you came in, boo. So I was really excited to see her on there. She was very confident. She looked completely beautiful and very poised, came in with that confidence. And just hearing about her background and what she does, and her having like a real profession, real ass life outside of this, you know, I was very impressed. And I'm excited to see more of her in the coming weeks, and I really hope she makes it far, because I'm putting my team with her. Come on, Cian, hold down for us. Keep it coming, girl. Okay, and then we had Tia come out. Tia, before they even showed her, and they were just, you know, previewing her with her voiceovers, I was like, this girl sounds like Raven. And then they show like the little B-roll of like gray suede, and I was like, isn't that Raven's boutique in Arkansas? And then they show Raven. I was like, damn, do all of y'all sound alike in Arkansas? That sounds really like a generalization, but they really do talk alike. Maybe it's because they're friends. But anyway, the next girl out of the limo was this woman, Tia. She's from Arkansas. She happens to be a friend of Raven from Nick's season, if you don't know, in Bachelor in Paradise. And, you know, Raven was giving her encouraging words, you know, telling her like, yo, go for it. You know, hopefully next time I see you, you'll be engaged. Like, it's a good experience, you know, just, you know, bigging her up type of thing. And I was just like, oh, she's kind of cute. If she's anything like Raven, I'll be a fan of her. So, oh, she's the one that brought a wiener? Yeah, I take it back. I take that shit back. Never mind. Oh, wait. This is why notes are important. Oh my gosh. No, she's the one that brought a wiener. Okay, so she comes out and she says, close your eyes. She said, I'm giving you a small wiener. It was this little like play wiener toy or whatever. And she says, do you have one of these? And he was like, no, I do not have one of those. Yo, this shit about to be a mess. This girl willingly came on with a wiener toy, basically saying, you got a small penis or what, boy? Let's get to the point. Jesus. Y'all, the amount of times I had to pause this show, like, am I really doing this? Is this really happening? Like, am I really doing this? This shit is a mess. It's a whole ass mess. Seriously, y'all. Girl, she tried it, but it made me remember her, and she stayed, so it worked. Let's be real, it really worked. And then I think he even said, oh, she's funny. I'm like, boy, okay. Why is that funny? You got something to tell us? Like, oh my gosh. Then the next one out of the limo was Bibiana, which I assume she's of some Spanish-speaking country, because I've heard that name before. And, you know, she leads the conversation by, oh my God, I've been thinking about you for a few weeks. I've been so prepared for this, blah, blah, blah. All types of stuff. And I was just like, oh, okay. I was like, okay, sis. I believe she was wearing a green dress. It was satin material. She had her hair up. I think she was one of the few girls I remember having her hair up. And I thought, okay, you know, she strikes me as a middle of the pack type of girl right off the bat. That would be my first impression of her. Yeah, and I was like, okay, so we got more than just, you know, we got some people of color in here, so that was exciting to see as well. Then we had Bree, who came out. She says she's a sports reporter. I don't know for what network or what channel or anything like that, but she came out with you know, some umph to her. She threw a ball and she played catch with him. So that was her entrance. She came straight out. She threw the ball right at him, and he, you know, had to wake up from his slumber and actually participate in this season. And yeah, and hey, Brie. Then we had Jenny. I remember her. She comes out in a pink dress, which I'm also wondering if she got it out of her mother's closet, her mom's prom dress. I am not sure. I do not know what a lot of these women are thinking, but that is neither here nor there. One thing I remember from her hair looked an absolute mess. It was frazzled, it was frizzy, just all over the place, and I don't remember her being confident. So I'm hoping to see a little bit more confidence as this episode goes on, because we cannot have this, sis. Like, we just need to do better. Okay, we're on TV. Thank you. Then after Jenny is Brittany J. This is another Black woman. I was like, yes, yes. She made me proud. As far as visually coming out looking like a whole ass meal, that would be Brittany J, y'all. She came through, sis. She's a sister now, y'all. She came through. Middle part was swoop slate on this side, swoop slate on that side. She had the highlight popping 10, everything. She had a black dress, strapless dress, you know, perfect for her body. She had a little shape to her, whatever. She was looking real cute, real fly. I was like, please, Lord, let her go far, please. She's the only one that cared about her hair, her look, her makeup. Like, please, Lord, please do it for us. Black girl gods in the Bachelor. Like, as far as first impressions go, she made one on me. I just immediately went, yes, sis. Thank you for coming through and showing them how we do, representing, looking beautiful, looking put together. Like, you didn't come to play, you came to slay. You heard? Brittany. Okay. Brittany J. She said, oh, I know you're not supposed to put a bumper sticker on a Ferrari, but can you put a bumper sticker on Arie? I was like, okay, sis. Well played. I was excited to see more of her and hopefully see her kind of try to initiate some contact with Arie, because as y'all can see, Then we had Crystal come out. Crystal, she was in the package in the beginning of the episode. She kind of spoke about her brother being homeless and how because of that she has a soft spot for homeless people, and she would hope that, you know, whatever kindness she would do for homeless people and acts of kindness she goes out and does every day, she would hope that the same would be done for her sibling because he's just not in a place to receive help. And I thought that really touched me. You know, all jokes aside, those really personal moments for me are what keep me watching this show. You know, the real life personal experiences and personal tragedies and whatever that the case may be. It's really good to just hear about other people and what they're going through. And I thought that was really powerful. And she talked about that, and she, you know, they had her, you know, passing out food and little gifts to homeless people. And so initially, before she even came out the limo, I'm thinking, I'm really gonna like this girl. You know, she has it together. She seems like a very, you know, nice, homely, humble human being. And she definitely came out and gave me that. She was very quiet, trying to make an emotional connection with him is what I would say. So she came out. She grabs his hand. She said, let's close our eyes. Like, I'm guessing she's Christian too, so that was another thing I probably noticed. Close our eyes. Let's think about the things we're grateful for. Let's, you know, think about us being here and being excited for it and things like that. Just trying to make him really ground himself in that moment. And I thought, obviously, that was a way simpler approach than, you know, throwing a ball or, you know, doing some of the other things people did. But it was very apparent that she's here to make an emotional connection. And for me, she gets a lot of brownie points for me. One thing that a lot of people don't like, though, is her voice. They said she's kind of like, she talks really low, and like, she talks like you have to really listen up, and she talks really slow. So a lot of people were trying to drag her for her voice, but, you know, that's how she talks. And as far as the other things that she showed me, I was very impressed. So I was, you know, I was like, okay, Krista, I'm kind of pulling for you, girl. And then we had Naisha. Now, this is a Black girl on the show. This is one of the 4 we had. And I was just like, sis, no. They gave her like a B-roll in the beginning in the package, which is a good sign for me. Maybe she's gonna go far. And I was just like, what? Why? I literally think I threw my remote because she came out with this nest on her head. And I was like, sis, I need to talk to you through this TV. I was like, sis, everything else is cute. She has the most petite little cute body. She's pretty. I'm like, she seems smart and intelligent. She's a nurse. Like, she has all these things going for her. But sis, no one will hear that when they see a nest on your head. Sis, we need you to get it together. Now that I've gotten that off my chest. Okay. Beside her hair, she came out and she had a lot of confidence. She's very quirky and bouncy and spunky. And so I'm like, okay, girl, that I will close my eyes and only listen to you talk. Yeah. But sis, I don't want to see this again, okay? Represent us well. Thank you. But beside that, I was fucking with Aisha. I was fucking with her. I'm on your team. But girl, just do better. I want you to do better, okay? Okay. Then we had Becca. Okay, we know this is a major player. This is the Becca with the pixie cut. She's obviously going to be a major player in this season. She came out, sis came through in a little like vintage Mustang, and she was on the back. She had her little like one of those just like, you know, spaghetti strap dresses, cleavage out, like, and then the little like, I think she might have even had gym shoes on. She just is so spunky. She had on one of those rhinestone chokers, like just spunky, young, you know, fresh energy. But at the same time, one thing I liked about her, she came off very young and excited and jumpy and funny, but she didn't come off like, oh, like immature. It was just like, you could tell she has a young energy. She's very energetic, a zest and a zeal for life. You know, she knows what she wants. She's here for that. She's going after it. And I was very impressed by her. I was very impressed with her energy and her ability to really take over the conversation. She really was dominating that conversation. And she looked bad AF. She was bad all around. And she's going on my list as, you know, someone to look out for, someone to be excited to watch. I really loved her energy. I love what she had on. I think it represented her personality well. And her hair, I think I got the vibe that she hasn't always had short hair. I was like, I could see her with long hair. Like, I feel like she may have recently cut it, but I think it's definitely, she still has to, you know, play with it a little more. And, you know, it takes a while to get your hair to lay down when you cut it. So, but it looked super cute on her, and it definitely made her stand out. And as we will get to with, you know, the other girls meeting her, I definitely think that she's posing a threat. Her age, regardless of her age, she's definitely posing a threat. And I'm watching you, Becca. Nice entrance. Then we had Jenna. I said she came out with a blue dress. I think this might be the one who had crystals on her waist area, blonde hair. I'm not sure. I didn't write what she really looked like, but I said she was popping, and you know, yeah, that's about that. And he also mentioned that she's so great as she was walking away. So maybe that's someone we need to look out for. So Jenna, nice entrance, girl. Then we had Jessica. She came out and she gave him a gratitude rock. Now, sis, well played. Because that's some shit I would do. Like, my procrastinating ass would be like, damn, like, how can I come out? Just will be looking out the window as they're driving up. Hey, Mr. Driver, sir, please, can you stop the car and grab me one of those rocks? He seemed to like it, so let me not shit on it. But, girl, a rock. I never heard of a gratitude rock, so maybe I'll look it up. But she gave him a rock. So next time y'all trying to audition for The Bachelor, keep it simple. Someone brought a rock. Oh my gosh. Then we had Marika from Salt Lake City, Utah. You can tell who I really was paying attention to when I remember like what they do and also where they're from. I remember her because I remember thinking, damn, she came out. She also had a B-roll in the beginning. They gave her a package. She owns a restaurant with her family, with her mom. She just seems like a very confident woman. She mentioned how she usually doesn't have to do the pursuing, BKA, aka I'm bad as fuck and they usually come for me type of thing. But she definitely came out, and you could tell. I like that the fact that she wasn't trying to like diminish herself. She's also a woman of color. She's Indian. So yes, you know I'm here for it. You know I'm here for it. She came out and she was just confident. She wasn't like, you know, weak or anything. She was showing that like, I'm here, I'm nice, I have things going on, I'm qualified, all of that. She was giving me all of that, and I really like it. Giving me like bad and bougie type of vibes. Like, yeah, that was Marie. Then we had Olivia. The only thing I wrote down is that she's from Chicago. I think she also had on a black dress. Not memorable at all. No camera time. I'm sorry, Olivia. Have nothing. Nothing else. Then we had Becca K, Becca. And she was actually the one that came out and had him. Oh, I remember her. She had on like a strapless lace top dress. I think it was pretty much all lace. She was one of the few that I realized had on lace. And she basically got him to get on his knees with a ring box and like kind of propose. I don't know. But she was the only one that got him to do it, so it worked. But brownie points for that one, girl. So that was cool. Then we had, okay, so this is where we're getting into the quadruple Laurens. Lauren S, Lauren J, and Lauren, what was it? Lauren S, Lauren J, Lauren B, Lauren G. NBC think they are so funny. They think they are just hilarious for casting this many Laurens. Like, why? Why? Like, why? Okay, like, let's see what I got. Lauren S, I said she had on a freakum dress, so good for you, Lauren S. Lauren J, she came out and brought him like some sort of like Mardi Gras Christmas wreath type of situation, whatever that was. Okay, sis, that was cute. Then we had Lauren B, I said she had a sparkly dress, and then Lauren G, I said she's a black girl. So Lauren G, watching out for you, boo. And the other ones who had on the ficum dress and the sparkly dress. So there's too many of y'all. So it's gonna take me a while to figure out who is who. But there was 4 Laurens, and as they're all trickling in one after another, everybody's like, "That's another Lauren. That's your Lauren. Your Lauren. Yeah, we got it. They're all Laurens. That's the point. They trying to troll y'all. Stay woke. Stay woke." Then we had Ashley. She came out, I remember her, she came out with like the racing flag. So she was like the flag girl, and he immediately went cackling. Oh, go-kart joke. Oh, a race car joke. I'm like, okay, we get it. You're a race car driver. Never knew that before. And so they had a little, you know, moment. She was the only one to actually, no, there was one more after that, but she was the first one to play on his profession. So I was actually expecting more of the girls to do that. So that girl was the only one to do, she was the first one to do the race car stuff. So she got a little point for that. So that was Ashley. Then there was Brittany T. She's also one of us. And again, I was so upset with her entrance. She got better, which I'll get to in the episode. But when she entered, I felt like she was just adjusting herself. The dress was maybe too tight on her. She looked uncomfortable. And then she got to him, and I think she tried to memorize, like, what did she try to memorize? She tried to memorize handsome and Dutch. And she was just like, is that how you say it? He looking at her like, girl, I don't know Dutch. I'm like, sis, memorize your line. No, give it to it. Give me more. I'm sick of it. She redeems herself later in the episode. They get like 2 little kid cars, and they do a race. So their little bodies are in those little baby cars, and he lets her win, and then they have a little peck. But like, beside that, I was like, girl, your entrance, you redeemed yourself, but like, then we had Amber, who says she owns her own spray tan company, and she opened with, said she sees a lot of pussy and hopes he is not one. That might be worse than the wiener one. Yeah, okay. Then there was Arie. She asked him to smell her pits and said that, you know, a pit stop, play on race car. Are you? Then there was Mikkel. Now this bitch is what I call an entrance, honey. She was the only one, beside the other one I mentioned with the flag, that thought of the race car thing. I was like, I thought I was gonna be seeing that all night, but no. She came out with a go-kart and was, and she came through. And what really solidified the interest for me, she just stood up and she was just like, and then she took off her helmet and she had this like flowy, her hair looked amazing, blonde, like it was pressed. Somebody knew she was going on TV, and she was just like, she shook her hair, and then she just walked up and she was just like, he was just like, you could tell, he was like, damn, like, I was like, damn girl, you just stole the show. And all the girls at this point, she was towards the end, all the girls are like looking out the window like, oh my God, who ran a race? I wish I thought of that. I'm like, how didn't you? What are you doing? Like, what the hell? Get it together. Damn. So she definitely wins entrance for me. She came out, what really won it was she came out with confidence. She came out with a good concept, and she actually was able to deliver said concept. So A+ for that, Mikkel. And then we had, last but not least, Annalise. So she comes in with a mask to play on the words of Kissing Bandit, or whatever he's known for kissing people. I told y'all I had never watched him before, so this is what they told me. It was like, come find me if you want to, you know, basically see my face, some like Cinderella story type of thing. And he actually went and found her, and they had and when she took off that mask, she had a lot of substance to her. They were talking about, you know, just quickly family, why she's here, what she didn't have in her past relationship, and what she's looking for. And he definitely respected her for getting to the point and like really speeding up that process. Good job. So that's all the entrances I had. As far as the dynamic of what the house felt like after everybody arrived, obviously it's Bachelor night 1. Everybody is on high alert. Everyone is trying to get that first impression rose. Everyone is trying to, you know, figure everyone out, size each other up. That was all going down. There were some, you know, people I already kind of spoke on who stuck out to me. And then, you know, Chris Harrison brings out the first impression rose. And, you know, at this point, I think that Crystal thinks she has a good shot. Chelsea, she been stealing time all night. She been rubbing people the wrong way. She really knows she got a good shot. She actually kissed him. She pulled him away and kissed him. So I think she had a good shot. And then the Brittany T girl who did the little race car with him, she's thinking she had a good shot with him at this point. So I think those three were really thinking, okay, this rose is mine. And so he comes and gets the rose, and you know, at this point Brittany is in the room. Oh, and Becca with the short pixie cut, I think she had a good shot too, because they had a really good conversation. So he comes in with all of these other girls in there, and of course that's always awkward when he's like, yeah, I'm gonna take this rose to the next room. Not any of you. And he started walking to the room, and I'm sure everybody at this point is like, please don't walk to the room with Chelsea. Please don't walk to the room with Chelsea. Okay. You walk to the room with Chelsea. There's 5 other people in there. Don't worry. It's not Chelsea. It's not Chelsea. Chelsea, want to follow me? And we're all just like, why? So he pulls her outside, and he's like, oh my God, like, you know, you're really mysterious. And even though he said he wanted to give this rose to someone who opened up to him and talked to him and gave him something to remember, he was like, I want to get more, I need more from you, but I'm going to give you this rose anyway, because, you know, I feel it, and, you know, whatever. And we were just like, okay. You know, I'm not really hating on her, but, you know, they're already trying to make her into an Olivia. They're already trying to make her the villain. It's quite obvious, and she's already rubbing people the wrong way, saying all these little shady things. So, you know, at this point, we know who our villain is, and she gets the first impression rose, and it's just like, damn, this is where this season is going. They're trying to make her Olivia. Actually, she's trying to make herself Olivia at this point, even though I've since, you know, become a fan of Olivia. But anyway, yeah, Chelsea gets this first impression rose, and all the bitches in the house is just like, ugh, I knew it was gonna be her. You know, when you could just see all of them mad. They knew it was coming, but still they didn't try to change the outcome. Like, what are you doing? All y'all that didn't talk to him, go talk to him so you have a chance. Damn. Ugh. So she gets the first impression rose. All the other women start hating, and they have the rose ceremony. At this point, it's starting to look real bright outside, like it's 6 a.m. And I'm wondering, they're probably wondering what I'm wondering, when is this going to be over? And at the end of the day, the girls that get roses, Eka K, Kendall, Lauren G, Crystal, Becca, Lauren S, CN, Caroline, Brittany T, Bibiana, Annalise, Jenna, Valerie, Jacqueline, Jenny, Lauren B, Ashley, Tia, and Mikel. So how many people of color are still there? So Marika's still there. Brittany T is still there. Cian is still there. Bibiana is still there. Who else? Yeah, so I think we have 4. We have 4 or 5 people of color still left. So the odds are what? That's about a 4th or a 5th. So 20 to 25%. So I'm okay with that. And as far as the women that went home, Jessica, she was like reminding him, she told him that her dad had met Arie a long time ago and her dad passed away a few years ago, and she knows in her heart that he would approve of him, you know, and that's why she feels so comfortable coming on the show. I'm just like, girl, what are you talking about? Like, you don't lead the sorry about your dad, but you don't lead like a conversation about dating in this way, sis. No, cringe. So she gets the boot and she's still crying about it. I'm like, awkward. Then there was another girl who was just like, oh, I know I'm a good catch, and like, I know that I was meant to be here, and it sucks that he didn't get to see that. And I'm just like, yeah, I know it's hard, but don't come on The Bachelor if you can't take it, boo. I'm sorry. It's just not for you. And then who else? There was just girls that went home. So of the girls I named, you know, a few of them went home, and the girls I just listed are the ones that are staying. So definitely stay tuned. I'm going to continue with these recaps. I'm doing it for y'all. Keep checking back to the channel. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. And please, 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 I'll see you next week on the recap, okay? Y'all be good now, okay? Okay. Bye.